Hello and welcome to Glory Goals, I think.
Hello.
Oh God, my niece on here. Hi, Esme. That's mad. Yes, I have to be on my best behaviour. She's 10. Esme, why are you still up? It's 8 o'clock. Anyway, Dave, how are you?
Tomorrow should be stopping at staying up late, isn't it?
Oh, hi, Jamie. In suspense. What for this? GG, Dave. Dave, you've got a fan already.
But of course.
Oh, brilliant. So, how are you, Dave, anyway?
I'm not bad. I'm enjoying my week off. I've got this week off, so I'm putting it to as good a use as I can with hobby. How about
Officer
you?
Blaze, sheltering. Is that a thing I should know?
Sheltering.
Oh, right. Content kings.
We stacked up some content before we went into lockdown. So
we are smashing content. We have got lots of stuff in the bank ready to go.
It's all Rich and Luke, to be fair. But,
so sorry, guys. Yeah. So first off, hope everyone's staying safe. Hope everyone is well and good at home and all that jazz, and enjoying this unprecedented time. That's what they say, isn't it? But yes, so we while we're in lockdown, we thought we'll start banging out some of the live shows again, basically. So Rich will be here shortly. He's just finishing his dinner. Probably beans and sausages on toast again, which I still do not believe that is a proper meal, and I stand by that. That is not an acceptable dinner.
I'm kind of hoping he's something different, because otherwise I'll be like, well, that's what you had last time you were coming on a live stream.
Let's put a bet. I think it'll be either pasta or something corn related.
Corn?
Corn. What's your prediction for Rich's dinner? Anyone's got a prediction for what Rich is going to have for dinner? He's going to have dippers. I don't know. I don't think he will have dippers.
I don't know.
See, he's quite healthy. He's quite a healthy person. Corn dippers, Jamie's going for.
Corn dippers. Ugh.
I think some kind of corn. He likes those corn sausages, you see. I know he likes corn sausages.
Can you call them sausages if they're not made from meat? That'd be my challenge.
Is sausage the shape? And salad. Corn dippers and salad.
No, I don't think it is. I think sausage is the
no, you can have
the thing.
Hi, Esme. You can have a vegetarian sausage.
You can, but should you be able to have a vegetarian sausage, or should it be called a vegetarian stick or whatever?
Vegetarian stick?
Vegetarian roll.
Gigi Dave loves a sausage.
Yeah. We had hot dogs on Monday.
Proper one, as in like tinned hot dogs, or
yeah. Well, they came in a jar. Unfortunately, the reality of Gail's celiac means that I had to read the ingredients to make sure they didn't have any gluten in them. And reading the ingredients on a jar of hot dogs is probably enough to really put you off eating them. Mechanically extracted turkey meat, I think, is like the main ingredient to
mechanically extract. Ugh.
Yeah, I think it basically blast it off with water, but it's like they get the carcass and then they just blast off all the crap that no one could cut off it with normal methods.
I've seen a Jamie Oliver thing with that.
Yeah, not good, but they taste very nice.
On the subject of that, turkey Twizzlers are back.
Are they?
Yeah,
back in the news or back?
No, they're back. Turkey Twizzlers are back. How good's that? Did you ever used to have them?
What, turkey twizzlers? I've never
Yeah.
eaten a turkey twizzler, no.
No way.
And that's not like a hoity-toity thing. It's just I don't think I've ever found them.
They're in Iceland now. They're back in Iceland. They were a childhood staple of mine.
I mean, I'd eat I'd eat chicken nuggets or something like that. I've eaten plenty of those in my time.
Oh, I love chicken nuggets. I know this is really us just talking shit till Rich arrives. But basically, what I've done now. Do you know the Mayflower curry sauce stuff you can get?
No.
It's like a powdered curry sauce thing. It tastes like the Chinese curry sauce that you mix with water and stuff, and it's relatively healthy. It's only a couple of sins of the slimming world, FYI. But they do like a KFC gravy style thing.
Right.
Like it tastes like, so you mix it with like water, bang it in a pan or whatever, and then it tastes just like the KFC gravy.
Okay.
So the last couple of weeks and that, I've been looking for any excuse to have some kind of chicken type dish, so I can have this gravy stuff with it. Because I'm like, this shit's legit, man. This is where it's at.
I must admit, whenever I have a KFC, I tend to pick the gravy.
The double down's back as well. I had one at the weekend. You know the double down where you get the 2 burgers as the bread.
I don't know. I always have the bonus banquet because I don't like bones on my chicken.
No. So what it is? Oh, Jamie's got the recipe for KFC gravy. Weird flex.
Is that from TikTok? That guy from TikTok got in trouble, and everyone was like, "Yeah, that's how you make gravy." Everyone got really upset by this video and was like posting, "How can KFC do this to us?" And other people were like saying, "No, that's literally they get the pan that they've cooked all the chicken in, put some flour and water in there, and then get all the bits off the bottom, and that's how you make gravy." And these people couldn't believe it. They were like, "KFC ripping us off with crap stuff at the bottom of the gravy."
Really?
Oh, yeah. God. People don't know how gravy's made. Crazy.
Wow. You learn something new every day. So we've talked about food now. We'll end up talking about food again when Rich gets here. What hobby are you doing?
I am continuing with Age of Sigmar for now. I spent this afternoon building a couple of Marvel Crisis Protocol models. I built Hawkeye and Black Widow, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., because they're the two that I'm going to kind of squeeze into my Web Warriors faction. So I've now got all of it assembled, most of it base coated. So I've got to paint it now, and then I'll have a painted faction for Marvel Crisis Protocol.
Nice.
But now I'm just working now. I did that this afternoon, and now I'm just trying to finish off this box so that Gail can see me throwing something away. It's a large box.
An empty box.
So I get to throw away this box and say, "Look, I've built all these models. That means I can buy some more." And that's how it works. So I'm finishing off some Age of Sigmar, and then I've got a massive spraying session planned. So I've got lots of 40k Age of Sigmar, Bushido, and Marvel Crisis Protocol all built, ready to spray up, so I can actually start doing some painting. So
you're gonna paint something.
You're
gonna paint.
I'm gonna move away from assembling and move towards painting. Although I've got to build some kind of indie models that I've bought to go in my, what do you call it, Kings of War Basilian army, because I'm going to use them to make Sisterhood scouts. So I need to build those as well, because then that's that army all assembled, apart from some fancy resins that I bought that I'm a bit worried about assembling because they're a bit spindly. I don't want to break them.
God, so you've been really busy.
There's loads of stuff built, but it's all. My problem is I can tend to get lots of stuff built and primed, and then
you don't paint.
I can't motivate myself to paint because I want to paint things better than
your abilities are.
Yeah. I'm just seeing Jamie's comment about TikTok.
You're better than this.
But it was the TikTok chef, wasn't it? He got in trouble for putting up videos of. He's a KFC worker, and he put up videos of how they make things in KFC.
I have no idea.
I'm sure that was him. I'm sure I saw that somewhere.
Can anyone confirm?
I haven't seen the video on TikTok. I just,
Are you on TikTok, Dave?
No, I'm not. No.
No.
You see all the adverts for them on the front of YouTube videos, don't you? But 5-second videos is a bit weird.
I think you could do 15.
Oh, can you?
I don't
That's
know.
all right
Yeah.
then.
I mean, we could. Like, how many videos would it take for us to do one of our things?
Or we'd just be talking about food for 15 seconds. It would cut off at a really inopportune moment, probably.
Where's number fucking 10? So I'm having a marriage at the moment. It's alright, I'm struggling to see number 10. It's a little tiny bit.
I hate that. You're looking at stuff, tiny stuff, and you can't find it.
It's not very interesting viewing. So I don't know where number 10 is. Ah, there you are, you little prick. Never mind, got it.
27.
So I, hobby-wise, has been immensely busy and quite productive. I'm really impressed with how much shit I've done. So I've built like a 2,000 point Caradron Overlords army for Age of Sigmar, including like the big ass ironclad boat, which is I think a beauty. It is, and then I've also done a test scheme on a gun hauler, 5 Thunderers, and an Endrin Master as well. And I'm currently building 2 more gun haulers, because then I can do
Some sort of ridiculous battalion, does it?
Well, I've already got my 2,000 points here assembled, but I want to do like more test models because we're doing a bit of a painting challenge, aren't we?
Well, you guys are.
Yeah, well, you're going to be involved. You're going to be involved. You're going to be involved. You are. You're going to be involved in some capacity, aren't you?
Well, I'll probably end up having to come over in the evening, see how you guys have got on, and do a little bit of painting.
And stay all night. We'll lock you in. We'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's going to be brutal. But what my hobby is baking. How's the bread, Luke? Yeah, Jamie's getting in. You can tell it's lockdown. Jamie's doing baking.
I used to bake bread.
He done me a sourdough loaf the other day.
Yeah, nice.
You
got his own starter. You got your own starter, Jamie. Propagating it for a while.
Oh, he's got this jug of stinky shit.
Yeah, that's your starter. You need one to make sourdough.
Rancid, mate.
All bread starts from a starter, or you just give it raw yeast and
packet yeast.
Yeah, you can packet yeast.
This
but
shit
it takes longer to rise. In theory, a sourdough you can kind of
sour it. What? Honestly,
soda bread. Sorry, soda bread's the quick one.
I think it's stunk.
It's bacteria. It's yeast consuming.
I know. It was
consuming the sugars in it.
But he was like, "Hey, I checked this out. Took the lid off. I was like, that's my bread, is it? The bread came out lovely." I'm so uncultured.
So unfortunately, because Gail's been diagnosed celiac, I don't make bread anymore. But I used to do it loads at the old house. I was really pleased with some of the stuff I've made.
You're not going on Bake Off?
Hey?
Should apply for Bake Off. I tell everyone to do this.
I quite like the guy, the nervous little young lad this year, because his brother's gluten. His brother's celiac.
Yeah, his brother's celiac, so he does everything.
He did a few gluten-free bits and stuff, and they didn't turn their noses up as well, which I thought, particularly Paul, I thought might have gone. You know,
you can't though, can you nowadays?
You think, if a chef, you went to a chef's restaurant or something and said, "Oh, I can't have this, that, and the other. Can you take that off that meal?" And they have a bit of a elitist.
No, for a medical condition, you can. Hi, Jack. How's it going?
I think every man is auntie will tell you they're gluten intolerant, won't they, these days?
Oh, you shit.
Or they've got some sort of allergy.
No comment.
Whereas Gail has actually got a medically diagnosed condition.
I can't have dairy.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not even that. It's an allergy rather than intolerance, and it's dairy, not lactose, which makes life a bit more difficult.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I thought you got tablets now that meant you could have it.
Yeah, but they're quite expensive to do. It's not, and you can't use them like consistently because they become ineffective.
So you got a few you can get a few cheat days or something, can't you?
Yeah, like when we're playing
fancy a pizza one day.
Well, that's what we did when we were playing Lord of the Rings the other week. I was like, let's get a Domino's. So yeah. I had no regrets. And then sometimes when I stay up and watch like the wrestling, I'm like, yep, get myself pizza.
Yeah.
That's like quite an American thing to do. Stay up all night watching wrestling, eating pizza, a couple of beers, loving life.
I can think of worse ways to spend an evening. I used to love wrestling back when I was at uni and stuff, but I've kind of not really kept up with it. I probably don't know many, especially now the Undertaker's retiring.
Well, he's doing his final appearance. Like he has retired now.
Well, he retired and then he came back. But I watched him like back in the 80s and 90s before he even retired the first time, before he came back for his kind of return.
Oh,
him, Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior, Randy Savage, Jake the Snake Roberts, Andre the Giant.
God, you are showing your age now.
Yeah.
When the bloody hell's Rich?
No, he did say 10 to 20 minutes, so he's got 2 before he's officially late. And we dock his pay.
Wheat intolerance, isn't that where you eat bread and nothing else and nothing happens? Oh, 46. So yeah, I'm trying to soldier on with these at the moment, but I've kind of hit like a bit of a meh wall by going, I've built everything now. I got to my 2,000 points and I painted some. I was like, oh, now I've got to rebuild something else, like the ones that I've painted. But I'm really happy my scheme out's coming out. I sent a picture.
Well, in theory, I've got a test scheme. Yeah, you sent a picture to us. I think it was pretty good.
Yeah, I sent a picture.
Sorry, hang on, I'll mute myself.
Yeah, I sent a picture to Jack, and he was he weren't you know, that Endrin Master I'd done, the leadery guy. Yeah, and he was surprised that was a speed paint and how little time that took me to do. So I spent like less than an hour doing the model because the majority of it, it's all in the prep beforehand.
Spray it silver, and then you're just painting over the silver sort of thing.
Yeah.
Did you put a wash on it? I'm assuming.
Yeah. So what I did, right? No Agrax on it whatsoever. That's the first model ever I don't use Agrax. So what I did, hang on, little knob out on my chair. Right. So I lead Belcher spray paint for the prime, then Basilican grey or whatever it's called. You know, the contrast.
Yeah.
Go over the whole model with that, like essentially like a null wash type thing, but it's slightly more grey colour and it looks quite nice.
Yeah.
Then I then get a Stormo silver dry brush, go over the whole model. So then you've got your mid, your low, and your high colour on the silver, and then the majority of the bits and bobs on it was like just picking out like the different metals. So I've got the new brass colour that came up with the Necrons. I can't remember the name of it. So I pick out a couple of bits of that. Any of the lenses I go over Talisar blue.
Canoptic bronze, is it called? Something like that.
It might. 2 sets. Ain't even the one, it's Rune Lord Brass. But yeah, do Rune Lord Brass. Then the most amazing colour that I discovered by just essentially by accident, like I've done the skeleton horde over it, which does quite a nice, like almost like a coppery type colour. Well, not coppery, but like like the lighter brown metal thing, the one that I did on my Necrons.
Mm-hmm.
Then also, I did Fire Slayer Flash, which that really the kind of bronzy type color that's on the thing.
Yeah.
That's Fire Slayer Flash
over
it. Cool. Contrast, and I was like, that looks fucking legit, man. And I
Because
was like,
Drag Yellow is good for gold.
Yeah. But yeah, and then that's basically it. What we're doing, AOS, Jack's asking. So, yes. So, Dave, as he said earlier, is currently building his Stormcast Eternals. Sequitors?
Sequitors, probably, but I like calling them Sequitors. Sequitors. But I'd call them Sequitors if I was being proper
English.
About it. Yeah.
If I was going to talk English. And yes, Jamie, that did happen. I did message him on the 23rd of December and said, order some lacto jar, I'm having a Christmas dinner. A white cauliflower cheese. But yeah, Jack, how's your ogres coming on, your beast claws? So Jack's getting his first AOS army, which is beast claws and ogre maw tribes mainly. So he's just currently, he was building them last time, although he was asking me, he did ask me yesterday how good value is the Caradron Overlord starter set, so he may be getting army number 2.
Mm-hmm. I must admit, when I've started going through a few bits to look at selling, so I have kind of shuffled through my guild ball, see what I can sell.
Yeah, anything?
Well, I've got a load of, because I bought the second butcher's box in resin because, or purely because I needed. Well, there's 2 reasons, I suppose. I needed truffles.
Yeah.
Even though there's not much point because, unless the Guild Ball community project kind of comes to fruition and they make truffles great again, then I'll never play truffles
again.
Make a good full stop, I suppose.
Yeah.
But yeah, so unless that happens, there's no need to own it. But I just everything that I'm going to keep the Guild Ball, I wanted to make sure that I had every model for. So that was the completionist in me finishing off butchers. But also I liked the pose for tenderizer. Because I wasn't a big fan of the original tenderizer pose, but I love the artwork, and obviously that a lot of people said the same thing, and they did the new resin in the same kind of pose as the artwork we've got for it.
See, I like the pose of the Cook's one, just apart from his dickhead out.
Yeah. Cook's a second full stop.
So Jack's currently his second lockdown's halt is enthusiasm. However, he is looking at a second army before finish buying the first one. Have you even bought the first one yet? I mean, that's like...
Isn't that technically just looking at the first army then? Because whichever one you start buying first will be the first one.
No, he started buying. He started buying.
No,
he's got to start collecting. He was building it. I don't know whether we got a second start collect because Beast Claw Raiders, interestingly enough, is the cheapest army to get a usable 2,000 points, because the way the start collecting box is, you get 4 Morn Fangs and a big stone horn, and you get 2,000 points. Is basically all the stone. It uses 3 start collectings exactly,
right,
to do 2,000 points, which I think is really cool.
When I bought when the ogres first came out back in Warhammer days, I bought the army book thinking, these look really good. Quite fancy collecting them, but I never got around to it in the end. They did sell the book on, I think, in the end. But yeah, they always look like a nice army to own.
Yeah. And it's, nice, not a lot of models, which is
I like
quite
the
cool.
Manhunters. The Manhunters, they're all the guys that are doing kind of one's a ninja, one's a pirate guy.
Yeah.
They're quite good in the rules as well, apparently.
I don't think they've aged well, those models.
No, probably not, to be fair.
I think that's the nicest way of saying they look. Oh, he's got 2 start collecting boxes, Jack has. Just get a third, and then you've got an army, and then you can look at your second army. That's how it works, isn't it? And that's how I'm on 5. Well, I can't really talk about my Stormcast isn't an army yet, is it? Got about 1,000. I've got about 1,000-ish points. They're not built.
What's this week's Mortal Rounds?
Not a clue.
Last week was the Griffhounds, so I didn't buy it. But
was it?
Yeah,
I didn't see that.
3 Griffhounds for £8 means that it's probably cheaper to buy. Oh, it came with what did it come with? Some
Castigators?
ammo shade. No, it was a wash.
I think a paint.
It was a wash bottle though, decent amount.
Oh, wash. Well, they're like a 5.
Only a green shade, I think it was actually, which would have been useful, but I've already got a bottle of it, and you don't use it enough to warrant 2 bottles of it.
It's not like Agrax.
Yeah.
I use so much Agrax.
Although to be fair, some boxes come with like random small numbers of Griffhounds, so it probably would have been useful to pick up a pack of them and then buy a box that comes with 3, and you'd have the extra ones to make up the numbers.
Yeah.
But 1 unit of Griffhounds is probably enough in an army, and I've already got a unit of them.
Manhunters are not rated, and the models ain't great. You're not tempted by Gargant's army, anyone?
Not at that price.
At any price? They seem pretty trash as well.
Yeah, I think it's the tricky element. I think they're designed to be big monsters in another army, aren't they? Really?
Well, no, because they're cool. Their whole shtick is around like being so many models on an objective, right? That's their whole thing.
Yeah.
But if they play for another army, they don't have that ability.
Well, they don't need it, do they? Because in theory, you'll have battle line to do that, and they can go around doing their primary thing of killing people in very unpleasant ways.
I just don't rate them. I just think they're trash. Like they're.
I think Jamie's finally put in a bid on what Richard's had for lunch, dinner.
One kick at Chunky is your bid. Well, I'm trying to get Jamie to learn Age of Sigmar because he's got a disposable income, so he should be poor like the rest of us. We've just got to find an army for him. What's a good starter army, Dave? What would you sell someone as a starter army?
I don't know, really. It's kind of a tricky one because you probably want something fairly small.
Yeah.
But to be honest, a lot of elite armies are aren't very good,
play.
and they're very difficult to play. Yeah, so Stormcast will be the cheapest army you could get because there's so much stuff kicking around that's either old enough that people are selling it cheap, or it's all in all the starter boxes, so it's cheap because you can buy a lot of it for less money. So it's good in a way to start with them, but they're not, great. And the stuff that comes in the starter boxes probably isn't the stuff you want to own.
Yeah, I've got quite a Nighthaunt army.
Well, Nighthaunts are a different matter, but I'm thinking for Stormcast, Liberators and that kind of stuff is all the stuff that's not particularly good.
No.
Sequitors and maybe Evocators, they are very good now.
Evocators are legit, man. I found that out.
They are my new favourite unit until someone works out that it's just dead easy to wipe them out in some unpleasant way. But
Andrew, what's that way?
Hey?
You're
No,
not
I
going to
don't know
tell
if there
me.
is a way. I
Oh,
imagine someone will find one eventually.
it's mortal wound protection. I've told you how to fix. Oh, fuck. How to fix Stormcast. You need to get some hero with a command ability that's called like Protection of Sigmar or a spell or something that's Protection of Sigmar that gives you a aura of mortal wound protection. I think that fixes them.
Yeah, 'cause that's the problem with anything. When you make an elite army where everything's very expensive and it's all multi-wound, but it's all fairly low unit multi-wound, then you just can't survive the amount of mortal wounds that float around in the game these days. And to be fair, if I was talking to someone about a starter army, I'd just like bring the gash and some unpleasant endless spells, or buy Lord Croak and some endless spells.
Whoa, let's not be too hasty. You leave Lord Croak alone. So, Jamie's asking, is Guild Ball? It's like WoW had football. Right. I will give you the sale. I will go back into pundit mode. Have you seen the film Gangs of New York? Starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Daniel Day-Lewis? Is that right? Daniel Day-Lewis, isn't it? In Gangs of New York?
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah. So, if you have seen that, basically, all the districts of New York, they used to settle all their disputes and problems with, like, fights and such what, like, between the different areas, the different religions, the different things like that. So, with Guild Ball, imagine if you've got different guilds. So there's a lot of political intrigue. You've got the free cities. So you've got all these people fighting for power. So you've got like the Butchers Guild, the Morticians Guild, the Masons Guild, and they're predominantly linked to a trade, but they're more like gangs of factions and stuff. And then within them, they have like a Guild Ball team. And the Guild Ball team is kind of like, say, me as the Masons Guild's got an issue with Dave as the Brewers Guild, it'll kind of get sorted out on the pitch type thing. So it'll be essentially like the two guilds will come together and fight in a way, like they do in Gangs of New York, but it's under the loose facade of a sport, I think is the nicest way of putting it.
Yeah,
so Guild Ball, imagine a game of medieval football with gangs and fighting, where you get points for scoring goals, but you also get points for taking people out of the pitch, basically. So it's first to 12 points. You get 4 points for scoring a goal, or you get 2 points for taking out a player. And that is the elevator pitch for Guild Ball. I think that's pretty accurate, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've done it a few times. Oh, Rich is here now. Let's add him in. Hello, welcome to stream. So it's like Death Race ping pong. So yeah, I'm just doing my pundit. I'm doing the elevator pitch of what Guild Ball is to Jamie, like how it's Gangs of New York with a ball.
Right, I'm with you.
Which it kind of is, really.
Yeah, definitely, especially with Rage.
Yeah, there is a character in it called Rage who looks very much like Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yeah,
Gangs
that's
of
the
New
whole
York.
point of him.
Yeah. But you don't play for the Butchers.
No,
he used to. He used to be a union pick for the Butchers.
Nice.
Rich, what'd you have for dinner?
You'll just rip me for it.
What?
Beans on toast with sausage and chicken.
As he predicted.
The standard.
We're saying Rich having dinner, so we had a bit of a thing about guessing. Jamie thought you were going to have dippers.
I don't have dippers.
I thought something
Dippers is too much of a meal for me for one sitting.
I was thinking something corn related.
Yeah, there was corn sausages.
Mm.
It's good.
Come on, Dave, that's quite impressive, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well done. You predicted the dinner I have before most streams.
Do you have that most days?
No. I just generally have it for streams because it's quick and easy, and it's enough that I don't get moaned at for not eating. So yeah, one of them.
We're just what hobby are you doing? We've kind of talked through what hobby we're all doing and that.
Oh, that's fine. I'm building a magmic battle forge for the fire slayers.
Is that the pizza oven?
If you have a big pizza oven, yeah. I'm just going through the I'm basically just going to smooth out all the marks from the sprue, and then I need to work out what's going on because as we're for the painting challenge, as we're allowed to turn up with it base coated, so we're not just standing around spraying all day. I need to work out what colours I'm base coating it because with the Magnet Battle Forge, I'll probably start with Retributor armor.
So, Rich, I haven't actually mentioned the painting challenge because I thought I'd wait for you.
Oh,
you haven't mentioned it. To be fair,
I didn't talk in detail. I said we're just doing it.
Thank you for waiting.
So, crack on.
Oh, I'm doing it now.
We haven't really talked about anything in detail.
Well, we had this idea about generally not if you could paint a whole army in a day, but it's more the fact of could you effectively paint for a full day? And we've just kind of rolled in the fact that we've pretty much all got brand new Age of Sigmar armies. And that
very old unpainted ones.
All very old unpainted ones. Exactly. And we'll have a go at trying to paint them in 24 hours. So we're going to do a live stream for the full 24 hours. And go from there. Some of us have gone for some real options. I've got a full dwarves army. Luke's got a full dwarves army. Dippers has got 12 fat men to paint, which should be quite easy. So yeah, it's easy for some. And if I finish if I finish assembling my Battle Forge, I've got some Hearthguard to assemble. Because I've set myself a personal task of trying to assemble a full army in 5 days.
Nice.
Which is 52 models. So it's not too bad if you wanted to sit down and do it. But obviously, it's time off work, so I've got to spend some time with the missus.
Yeah.
So
we went to the garden centre to look at Christmas decorations today. Begrudgingly on my part.
Begrudgingly, but you book grudges.
I've got 3 days off while the kids are at school, which is literally perfect time to play on the computer or just generally hobby, or just sit around and not do a great deal. But we had to go and do something together instead.
Wow.
With that attitude, Dave, I'm sure she wanted to. But yeah,
it's kind of a bit of a weird one. We got some gravel for the front garden there because that's kind of needed a bit more anyway while we were there. So there was a reason for it for going to the place. But I did wonder, because we are in theory supposed to be locked down. It's a weird one to go and buy Christmas decorations. They weren't exactly an essential.
I was going to say, how's a garden centre essential? If clothes shops aren't, why is a garden centre?
Why is a garden centre? I'm assuming it's because you can mental well-being, or you can buy plants there for your garden. But who's doing gardening in November? Proper gardeners probably are. But
is Luke still mowing his lawn every week?
Not currently, no. I ain't done it for about 3 weeks. It's been raining, man.
It was the weirdest flex ever when Luke announced that he mowed his lawn every week.
You said it weren't a flex. It was you went, how often people mow lawn? I was like, I mow one every week. You were like, no, you don't. I was like, remember one time when do you remember when you came round to mine? I was like, yeah, just let yourself in. I'm watering the garden. When you come round, I didn't know Richard let himself in. Rich had been waiting in my house for about 10 minutes. I'd watered my garden, and I was just sitting in my garden having a coffee. Rich walked by, I was like, you're right. I've been sat in here for ages waiting for you. I was like, should I just come round and say hello?
Yes.
I was just chilling on my garden chairs, just
Admiring your handiwork.
Exactly. At least I didn't come round and he was practicing his handiwork.
Yeah.
On in the back garden.
Just
Jamie
let
asked
yourself
to borrow
in.
a hose once from Jamie did ask to borrow a hose from me once. I did give you a 36-hour return. I did say I needed it back within a couple of days. Yeah, I did. That did happen. He did borrow my hose. I'm like, I need it back, like tomorrow or the next day at the latest.
It's like the worst blockbuster.
I've got to
in the
water my
world.
garden.
I need to water my lawn and my plants.
Oh,
There's nothing wrong with that.
did say
But
there
yeah,
was.
it's not a flex. Me saying I water my garden. I
It's
mow
the
my lawn
weirdest
everywhere.
flex ever.
It's not a flex. Are we going to mention the things for charity?
I think you just did.
The painting challenge for charity. I was just trying to swiftly change the subject, to be honest, rather than talk about my horticulture.
Okay, sure.
Technically, mowing a lawn isn't really horticulture. I think I'd offend a horticulturist somewhere.
Yes. I agree.
Jack wants to know what your list is, Rich.
Oh, my list for thing is okay. Hold on, let me grab my thing. Once again, let me open up Battle Scribe.
That's cool.
So it is
Charity
a
flex.
it's a Lord of the Lodge battalion with a Runefather on Magmadroth, a Auric Rune Master, Battlesmith, and a unit of 20 Half-Guard Berserkers, because that's what you need for your battalion. And then in addition, I've got the Runic Firewall as a prayer, because it's not a spell, and the Magmic Battleforge, because everyone gets that for free. And then just to pad it out, I've got another Rune Smiter, because that allows me to Deep Strike a unit.
Which, yeah, I told you the strength of Deep Strike.
Which you did, yes. So I've got a unit of 15 Half-Guard Berserkers who go with him, who can Deep Strike. And then I've got a Rune Smiter on Magmadroth, because I really wanted just 2 big lizards. And then 10 Volkite Berserkers, because I need a third troop choice.
Yeah.
So
Which ones come in the start collecting box? The Volkite Berserkers or the Hearthguard?
They all look the same, Dave. They all look the same. It's
Jamie, if you've seen Lord of the Rings, female dwarves also have beards, so I don't think you can really tell the difference.
You see, many people would think that there are no that we pop out of the ground like rabbits, which is preposterous.
Oh,
Nice beard, Rich.
thanks.
I've also got a dwarf army, but mine's the cold dwarves.
I don't think sort of ginger Scottish half naked dwarves who go around killing things.
Yeah,
Cool.
you've got your pizza oven. I've got this.
It's not really the comparison. Do you have a free terrain piece? Because that would be the comparison.
I have.
They just fly around in all their terrain pieces, but they have to pay for them.
What do I have? I have. I've got Skaven Endless Spell. That's pretty good.
Very long campaigns. I don't get the reference. Sorry. Oh, I keep forgetting I've had my hair cut. It's weird.
Oh no.
Oh, it's good. Oh. But yeah.
So I've been reading loads and loads of fluff recently because I've kind of been, while doing hobby and that, I've just been, when I haven't fancied doing hobby, I've just been kind of immersing myself in reading about hobby and stuff.
Yes.
And I love. I hadn't really read much about the. I knew like roughly what the character. I'm going to talk about fluff now for a bit.
That's fine. Crack on.
Because
Does
I did.
Does that mean we're getting the fluff for season 5 Guild Ball?
in about 15, 16 days.
Oh, do you like my unicorn stickers? Ava gave me them.
Oh,
I've got
nice.
2. No, mermaids. Horse mermaids that look like a seahorse type thing.
Nice segue.
Yes.
Imaginary beasts. A bit like the season 5 fluff.
More chance of seeing a thing.
Well, apparently it is coming.
Yeah. Just after Black Friday.
Yeah, Loxham says something's coming.
But that's none of my
No,
business.
he might have done, but yeah, no, this is Matt.
What do you mean he might have done? He put it in a group chat. A public
Discord.
group chat.
In Discord. Anyway, so Caradron Overlords, they are cool. Dave, do you know much about them? I've been harping on to Rich about them and the fluff.
Sky pirates that float between the Aether cities and fight monstrous creatures in the clouds and stuff.
Yes and no.
And mine Aether gold.
They do mine Aether Gold.
Do they? I thought that was my things.
No, we fight them. So basically, you know the round bit, the bubble bits on the top of the boats?
Yes.
That's full of Aether Gold. That is the...
I thought that had been full of hot air.
No,
It's
Aether
original.
Gold magic.
What?
These are kept up by magic. Flying dwarves with magic. Oh, Dave Cameron's here. Hi, Dave. Flying dwarves with magic floaty gas gold. Yeah, that's it. So it all kind of started during the...
Gas gold? What the...
Yeah, Aether Gold is gas gold.
Is it?
Yeah.
So is Aether gold effectively just oil then?
No, it's gas gold.
Like natural gas?
No. Oh, my God. Gas gold. It's like magic.
Whoa, it's magic.
Oh.
Never believe it's
Anyways.
We are not turning this into karaoke.
Oh, my God. GG karaoke.
At the Christmas party, yes.
Something is coming.
Yes, GG karaoke.
Don't make promises like that.
We're not going to make promises. I'll start calling us Loxham. Anyways. Yeah, so basically, they're an army that don't follow a god or aren't associated to a god at all, because basically, I think there's Gromnir and Grimnir. So what I think Grimnir is the Fire Slayer god, and Gromnir was the other god who kind of worked with the regular Dwarden. So Grimnir kind of done all the Fire Slayer stuff, and Gromnir did all like the Dwarden.
There were three dwarven gods in the old world.
Yeah. But so what happened was they were on the mortal realm of Shaman, which is the realm of
Shaman!
Let me tell my story. This is why we can't have nice things. I'm there trying to tell us a nice story.
When you name a realm Shaman, then what do they expect?
I didn't name it.
Shaman. Sorry, carry on. Luke.
Come on, Luke. Carry on with your story.
Oh, sorry, I got distracted. I was trying to hold this anchor in place. Anyways, so they're in the realm of metal, and then the realm of metal. I'm not saying it again now. Oh, can I mute people? Oh, I can. I can mute Rich, and I can mute Dave. Right. So anyway, have I got you muted? Can they unmute themselves? God damn it!
You can't keep me quiet.
We shall not be silenced.
Yeah. Yeah, so they basically they lived in the realm of metal, and then the god kind of went to go and chill in Azir because he was kind of they're all good. They've got this kind of leave them dealing with stuff type thing. And then the Age of Chaos started when Chaos started coming into the world, and Tzeentch kind of settled in the realm of metal, and they were like CHAMON, I believe. I don't know how you pronounce it.
Carry on.
So that they came into there, and they were kind of left there godless, like just being invaded by Tzeentch. So they kind of like battened down the hatches, kind of thing, of their dwarven city. Like they kind of had like a typical dwarven city type thing in the realm of metal, but they'd been collecting Aether Gold, and they realised like they could do cool stuff with the Aether Gold. Then while under siege, they kind of all put everyone together and designed these like flying airship things. And then they basically yeeted their way out of the city, like as many of them like over like to safety, and then that got them away from the ground stuff. But then the flying Tzeentch people kind of got into like aerial combat with like the gyrocopters and the gyro bombers and stuff. So all they would just use like the airships as we know them now are kind of used as like escape pods thing to yeet away. But then the gyrocopters were fighting, and then at that point they went away, fought away. They kind of made salvage. They kind of like, like Waterworld type thing where they join all the things together and got like these kind of like a floating area type thing. Where Waterworld they join loads of boats together to make like a little civilization. They kind of done this with like flying boats, and from that they kind of got like I think the 7 different factions, I want to say, or 7 different groups, the barracks, the 7 different barracks, and they kind of came together like Pirates of the Caribbean, where they have all the different captains. And then at that point, then they kind of decided that they didn't want to be like, they wanted to move away from the dwarven things about going from like a monarchy type system and go to a purely meritocracy type thing. So basically, it's on your own achievements type thing rather than your name and who you're born into. And then they decided, we don't need no gods. We've done this on our own steam. We don't need nobody. So they work around a code, which is like a huge contract type thing with different articles and amendments and everything like that. And they live to this code, which is kind of like a cross between a big contract law and the pirate code, which is really, really cool. And they use it for all the business, all the dealings and everything like that. And their whole thing is around the code. And they don't believe in they don't really like magical artifacts or anything like that. And their attitude is if people go, oh, these are going on a quest to go and find this artifact and that, they're going, we shall engineer one better, which is really cool. So basically, they were kind of like stubborn atheist type things, obsessed with contract laws, which I think is quite cool. Yeah, more Sue's guidelines than rules, yeah. But yeah, it's really cool. So yeah, I've been reading about them. Really enjoyed them.
Well, to be fair, I'm very envious of the period because I've collected dwarves for about 20 years and quite fancied the idea of carried on overlords anyway. And then Fire Slayers. I mean, every dwarf player from the 80s and 90s, or at least owned at least one unit of Troll Slayers.
Well, I used to have a big unit of Troll Slayers with the Demon Slayer as the leader.
So it was perfectly reasonable or made perfect sense for them to keep those alive by creating a new army for them. So Fire Slayers will be an army that I collect eventually. I might leave it a bit longer now, knowing that Richard's got an army.
Well, if you want to record with them, once I've used them, I'm happy for you to borrow them.
Yeah. I'm going to be able to go see how they play.
So that's quite a good thing of a segue into what our intention is of why we're doing this kind of challenge type thing. So the intention is for us to do the 24-hour challenge, of us to paint an AOS army each in 24 hours. We'll have it going on Twitch, and we'll also do like a YouTube video of like cuts and that of like the process and all the different things like that, which should be quite entertaining. But that will lead into, we will then have multiple painted Age of Sigmar armies, and then we can it will be the launch of us doing Age of Sigmar content, hopefully, on Glory Goals, once we've learned and perfected how to do the shaky hand cam.
Once I've learned how to play.
Once Rich has learned how to play. Well, you've got two pretty strong armies, to be fair. With your
They're not strong because I don't have a clue what I'm doing with them.
You've got Chain Joust and then Fire Slayers, which are a good army.
Okay, sure.
No, they are. They're good armies. They're not like... It's not like you're playing Stormcast. But that's none of my business.
It's such a shame, though, because this model is a lovely model.
Is that the Incantor? Is that the Incantor?
No, that is literally a Sequita Prime from the box.
Is this a P.E.K.K.A?
That's a P.E.K.K.A leader.
P.E.K.K.A leader, but she's got this lantern thing sucking her soul out of that demon's body. She looks properly imposing.
That's
really
hot.
Nice.
I was going to say, I'm not touching that one.
Standing on a bit of rock.
Megan, that's hot.
Really nice model. And yet, she probably dies fairly easily in the game. And then there's Knights Incanters that don't look as good as that model. Like if I thought about it, I could have used. I've built two of these now, and I built them to be my leaders of my two Sequita units. But and I built a third Prime as well in case I want to take 3 units of Sequitas, because who takes Liberators? Although maybe now, because the Broken Realms book Morathi is basically. The Stormcast section of that is how to make Liberators good again without changing the data card.
How to make them good again? Well, all you do is you repurpose them as Sequitors.
Hey?
You do a conversion.
Well, I'm thinking I might buy another box of Sequitas just so I can get this model again and convert one of them into something nice. Because, as I say, it's a shame for them to just be standard person. Yeah. Really nice model.
Have you got any idea around your list of what Fire Slayers top tier, Jack says? I know. They're top tier. I've been saying
They can get like their saves, they can get really insane saves, can't they? Like 2 up
they've got
saves.
a 2 up save followed by like a 4 up feel no pain.
But yeah, as long as they've got a character within 6 inches. But
you can't target because they've got a wall thing.
Yeah.
I didn't realise that. I didn't realise the whole point of the wall was to hide the character behind.
Yeah, because you can't see them and then target them.
Yeah, so then they stay alive, but they buff everything else, and then there's like different auras.
Gotcha, and then you use the Forge to make your casting of the wall a 2 up.
Yep. Yeah, they're very, very good. Run Herndar, lots of half guard, and you're laughing. There you go.
But half guard are the ones that don't come in the start box.
Yeah, no. Half guard are the reason why is half guard are really good.
Well, you say that, but Endrin riggers come in to start collecting Caradron Overlords.
That's true. Well, not all start collecting boxes are made equal.
I'm a bit sad about the Daughters of Cain. They've changed the Daughters of Cain start collecting box to put the big snake girls in there now, rather than the witch girls.
Yeah, but the snake girls are about to become amazing in the new decks, aren't they?
It's whether or not they become battle line, though. If they become battle line,
they do with that new with the new snake woman. You know the new character that's in Shadow and Pain. The same way are they made? Where is he? No. Oh come on.
The Endrin the Endrin.
Where is he?
The dirigible suits.
Oh yeah, you little twat.
Dirigible admiral, whatever it is. Yeah.
There he is. There's the Endrin Master in dirigible suit. When you make him General, these are battle line. Otherwise, you've only got Arcanaut because they've only got one battle line option. Caradron have.
Yeah, I mean,
so are Fire Slayers.
Are they?
Yeah, you have to take a battle master, a battlesmith, to make half guard battle line.
Yeah, and so there's literally no reason not to.
Yeah, but you have to take a random 100-point character who ain't really going to do a great deal.
Well, my heart don't really bleed for you because I've got to take the Endrin Master in dirigible suit who's like 200 points or 190.
I think the Battle Master doesn't the Battle Master kind of hang out with one of the units of Hearthguard, deep strike them in, and then he buffs them?
No, you have to deep strike him with the Rune Smiter.
Oh, okay, yeah, because he's the one that can put all the different buffs on and the plus to hit and stuff.
Yes and no. He's
And
the one that
reroll.
has the ability to actually deep strike, and you're only allowed to deep strike one unit with him.
Yeah.
So you either have to sprint up your dudes up the table in order to get your extra buffs, or you just do without them and send the other guys up.
I saw a battle. I think it was quite funny. I saw a battle between Fire Slayers and Khorne, and like nobody had any shooting. And turn one was basically everybody running forwards as fast as they could, and that was it. And putting some spells out.
Yes, put out a couple of prayers, throw a couple of hand axes, and you're laughing. Good.
I'm really bull kite launches, haven't you, as well? Though they look quite good.
Have I?
Yeah, sure they got that bull kite range weapon.
The other
thing you can make out the half.
I've got them fire pike things. Yeah,
fire pikes. Yeah,
they look like the rockets that you get in Mulan.
Yeah,
I've never seen Mulan.
Have you not? The animated film is really good.
I've seen the animated version. I haven't seen.
I'm not paying an extra like 20 quid on Disney Plus to see the thingy version.
Dipper's paid for it.
Yeah, sure he did. I bet Dippers flew over to China to watch it.
No, Winnie the Pooh's banned in China.
Oh, bother.
Me and Rich shooted some hoops yesterday.
We did. You laughed. You laughed. I bought a basketball off Amazon.
So
over the weekend. No,
we went at the park.
There's a park. A park around the corner from me has has two hoops and like a mini-sized basketball court.
Yeah, I've seen places where guys.
We went and played horse.
Us two in our 30s there playing basketball. Both of us ain't played since school.
Yeah, it took us the first 20 minutes for one of us to put a basket in.
Let's get our eye in.
Literally though, Dave, I found my crutch spot.
Rich found his black art kick.
I found my black art kick, and literally I was standing on this line, just sinking on one after the other.
He went up to 4-1 up against me.
I did.
We're playing horse. Then Luke got his eye in.
Luke did get his eye. Luke makes these obscure shots where he doesn't use the backboard.
So I go and stand like to the side of the hoop, like near the 3-point line from the side, like dead on, and just swishing them in straight in. I was like, yeah.
But, yeah, exactly. Not using the backboard like some sort of heathen.
I know. Who'd have thought me doing more like graceful shots?
No one.
No. Shit, I never thought I'd see.
Shit that never happens for 500. Luke being graceful. The only graceful thing about Luke was how he daintily jumped over the fence when the ball went out.
It weren't dainty.
He did this fancy little flick with his feet as he jumped over.
I've got big feet. I need to flick them over. Basically, it's a little, you know, like the little park things. It's like a football thing with basketball loops above, Dave, like the enclosed things.
Yeah, I've been in plenty of those in my time.
Yeah. So when the ball goes over, I just ran and like vaulted over it. Whereas Rich walks up and tries to step over it and that.
Dude, but with my right foot as it is at the moment, I can't guarantee that it'll make it over.
Exactly, but I weren't being dainty. I was just vaulting over a little fence. It's not dainty.
Hold on. Jack, run Hermdall, lots of half guard, and you're laughing. Yep, that's what I've got. Bannersmith with Idol gives you a 4+ dispel on all magic targeting. Cool.
Endless spell doesn't target, does it?
What?
Endless spell doesn't target, does it? Just out of curiosity. Asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend.
I don't know, but there's a thing I can take in Stormcast, one of the Storm hosts, which gives me the ability to ignore the effects of a spell. That so
don't be metaing me away. Just let me have my fun.
No, I think that would work because it ignores the effect of the spell. Not
the meta list is taking all shooting.
Even that doesn't work.
Sons of
Although
bitches.
adjudicators are in the new box for broken realms. Now that I've spent, well, I didn't spend that much money on them. I got them from Loot Room. They're nice and cheap. But yeah, now that I bought a box of them, I could have bought the entire box plus other bits for about the same price.
Yeah.
Nice.
I do really like this new whole thing that we're all kind of getting in on this game.
It's only because you keep forcing it.
I haven't forced it.
It's good. It's
It's
right.
good. It's fun.
It's okay.
I don't mind playing Age of Sigmar. I quite like it, but I don't.
Don't like playing me.
I don't like playing. I don't like playing anything
That's not a no.
kind of that has a meta list that exists. I mean, you go back to Guild Ball. It's kind of fair enough. There were certain combinations that were a bit unpleasant in every season, but you always had a chance of winning. Whereas there are times in 40k, say, or Age of Sigmar, where someone just puts a list out and you're like, right, well, I'm not going to win this game, am I then? Now, there isn't always a necessity, but if you come there with the expectation that you're going to have a fun game, and someone drops whatever the latest broken ridiculousness is on the table, you're like, well, okay.
But generally speaking, you're only coming across that broken shit when you're playing in a tournament. Generally speaking, like a friend's table and that. Like the only time I've ever played like a broken list was when me and Ryan played, and we both said we're going to take the biggest filth against each other, and that was the expectation before the game.
I think the expectation was more, hey Ryan, I'm taking this broken list. It's my birthday, so I'll do what I want to. And Ryan's like, okay. And then he tried to make a broken list to counter it.
It wasn't my birthday, and I just got Lord Croak.
So what he should have done was kill Lord Croak on turn 1.
Yeah, he could have tried. Although he was out of sight, hidden behind a temple, hidden behind terrain. So you couldn't see him for his shooting things. He didn't have deep strike abilities. He's got a 4-up feel no pain, and he's got a unit of 5 temple guards around him that he can hand wounds off to on a 2+.
Yeah,
but yeah, you could have killed him. What? Mr. 2-up 4+ feel no pain? Rich? Croak is busted as shit. Croak is not okay.
But they won't. This is the thing about if they're not going to improve Liberators, War Scroll, they're not going to change anything, are they?
Well, they might do it in the. To be honest, in the Broken Realms book, they've changed the Leviathan rules. They've changed
They've changed
Marathos,
haven't they? They've basically kind of given access to both of them in one go.
Yeah, they put new War Scrolls in.
But I don't think they're going to, because in theory they could have just changed Liberators in Broken Realms if they'd really wanted to.
Yes, but Dave, you're assuming that this is the only Stormcast entry in all the Broken Realms books.
Well, yeah, but they're not really going to touch Liberators again, are they?
We haven't touched them yet, have they?
Yeah, they have. But literally, all of Broken Realms is about making Liberators good.
But then, let's see how good they make them.
Yeah.
It's just it buffs. It means that they now buff people around them, and they get some sort of benefit as well from being. There's like a new keyword that comes in the book. I can't remember what it is now. It's like Shadow Watch or whatever, or the Black Watch, whatever the Anvil guard people are.
Yeah.
And they get +1 to hit, I think, or +1 to wound. They basically make the hammers good again.
Yeah.
They make the hammers 3-up. So they make them as good as Sequitas, but they're cheaper.
Well, then that seems like money to me.
Well, yeah, but then Sequitas have got their extra rules around. They can do this, that, and the other in the combat phase.
But then they cost more points. But then they cost
more points. Yeah, so they're probably still worth it. But they have done a good effort of, if you take these War Scrolls and this, that, and the other, and pay 140 points for this War Scroll, then Liberators are good again. So I'm still like, I can't really see a point. I own 5 of them, and I'm not going to go out and buy more Liberators.
Who knows? They might be the new hotness.
Well, they might be.
They might be good. So if you plant the icons, all friendly units wholly within 12 get 4+ dispels on spell and endless spells. Well, bleh.
Who's this?
Is that the Battlesmith?
Yeah. Well, he'll be getting sniped off the board first. How many wounds is he?
Like 5.
Yeah. Dumpster that prick. Oh, he needs to plant the icon. So if you go before him and kill him before he gets to plant his icon.
Just sit him next to a unit that can just shrug them all on 2s.
Yeah.
The taste of his croak medicine.
Or just hide him behind the wall where you can't see him. How many drops is your list, Rich?
5.
5. Have you got a 2,000 point list, Dave?
Me? Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know how many drops it is in that, or it's a lot, isn't it? Is it? If it's similar to the one that you took against me?
I think it's like 6 or 7. Because there's 2 units of evocators, 2 units of sequitors as a battalion. So that's 4 into 1. But then it's all the characters. I've got Heralder, Ordinator. So I've got 4 characters who are all independent. Another unit of, so that's 5, 6 for a unit of adjudicators. 2 Cerastar ballistas for 8, 9 drops, I think it is.
But you have got your deep strike of half your army, innit? That you can do.
Yeah. So I can cherry pick the stuff that I want to keep alive.
Yeah.
It just means I have to acknowledge the fact that I'm going to go second.
Well, no, or someone makes you go first.
Well, yeah, if people want to make me go first, I won't complain.
So how does Deep Strike work? Is it like 40k in which it can arrive on the start of the second turn?
No, it arrives at the end of your movement phase, mate. More than 9 inches away.
No rolling for it like they used to be in 40k. I don't know if you still roll for it in 40k or not.
No, in 40k it arrives when you want it to arrive.
Yeah. But yeah, you just deep strike and here it is, boys. Same as my Nighthaunt. Nighthaunt, they're sadly trash at the moment.
Good, because they used to be broken.
They've never been broken.
They're only broken when Luke uses them because he's got the ridiculous.
Here we go. Ready for Dave to talk about dice rolls.
Makes a change for somebody else to be castigated for their dice rolls.
Those in glass houses, Dave.
My dice rolls are not. There was one game where I did seem to make a lot of my feel no pains, but it's a 6-up. There's not a lot. I wouldn't bet my house on passing them. If you pass a few, then brilliant.
Yeah.
No, but then when you've got the ability to bring the whole unit back after it gets wiped out anyway.
No, I haven't got that. I haven't got that. Once that
you can have that though.
No, I can't.
Oh, you can't have necromancers in your army, can you?
No, I can't. Nighthaunt can't bring back units. I'll tell everyone, once you wipe the unit, it is gone. I can heal it. I can heal like D6 plus D3 models a turn if I get like 2 spells. If there's a command point and get 2 spells off, I can get decent amounts back. But yeah, I can't do other stuff. But yeah, the Nighthaunt are just. But at the moment now in this meta, you can't get the drops low enough, and they've got low wound heroes that make the army work. So in this current world with like range damage through shooting or through magic, Lumineth, they're a fucking horrible army. Horrible. Because there were archers. You take them in blocks of 30. I think 30-inch range or something like that on their bows. You don't need line of sight. And any 6s is a mortal wound. But you can do a spell or something to buff it to any 5s do a mortal wound. So it's like 30 shots. Any fives, mortal wounds onto something. Don't matter how well you hide your heroes.
Yeah, but after the design team did such a bad job on the actual models, they had to make the rules bend, didn't they, in order to sell them at all?
Oh, is anyone not tempted by cow elves?
No.
It's just like the cavalry are really nice, and even the archers and stuff are okay. But then Teclis just looks like a complete derp. And
Well, he is a derp, isn't he? Little wanker.
and the cow guys. I mean, like literally, they're great until you get to like the shoulders, and then it's just what on earth is someone thinking?
What, shoulders up or shoulders down?
Shoulders up, shoulders down. They're great. You know, those robed guys with 2 hammers.
Base up, they're awful. That base is on point.
that nondescript black base. Yeah, classic,
Well,
classic base there.
God, good basing.
Do like a good bit of basing though.
Oh, what? I don't know. I quite like my cotton wool. I like it. Simple. For my speed paint. Hang on, I'll grab it. Oh, don't fall. Don't fall.
Oh, that fell then.
Is that Luke being graceful again?
Oh no, it's not your ironclad, is it?
What's he
Is that
dropped?
your ironclad?
Luke, what did you drop?
What?
What did you drop?
That.
Is that at least it's not your ironclad? I thought it was your ironclad for a second.
No.
Then. Let me
So
show you this.
my painted one is, but I have broke off that. It's a bit of a pain.
I mean, it's not like
At least
Luke
you did
staying
it.
true to form. Oh, he's annoyed. He's gone all quiet now.
I'm
You're
fine.
not going to cry, are you? You're not going to cry.
I'm not going to cry.
I'm fine about the tears.
That's right. We need another example of Luke being ham-fisted.
Well, at least it was your sample one, and you're going to make more of them anyway.
Yeah, he's got 2 more on sprue.
Oh, yeah.
It's all right, Luke. Fight through the pain.
Right, I'm back 2 sets. Just got to go to the toilet and cry.
Thanks for sharing.
It was a loud, mighty crash.
That was a big crunch. You're right. Oh, poor Luke.
Bless him.
Oh dear. That's what he gets for ripping me for knocking the spike off the top of his piece of terrain. Trying to make me feel bad about it. Oh, I don't know. For a free piece of terrain that doesn't really do a great deal, this Battle Forge is a pain in the dick.
It's quite good, and you can expend the forge at some point. I can't remember what that does. But
You get to re-roll ones on everyone's armor save within like 12 or 18.
Let's get
it goes up quite far. There's a pull.
Yeah, it's. Oh, actually, hold on. I've got the.
I thought it was like 24 inches or something, but
let's have a look. Let me just double check it.
Thank you for the sympathy, Dave. The camera, not you.
Oh no! So you were right, Dave. You can re-roll save rolls of 1 for everyone on the battlefield for a whole turn.
yeah, it is like you get to use it for a couple of turns to boost your spells and stuff, and then you just blow it for re-rolls on all of your saves.
Yeah, but then it's useless for the rest of the battle.
Yeah, then it's expended basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's locked in place, isn't it? So I think you have to put it in your deployment zone, So if you want to move your rune guy up anyway, then eventually he's going to move out of range of it. So it's basically just so that you get one last hurrah and don't just end up getting 2 turns worth out of it. Especially considering you've got to buy the model. I mean, fair enough, it comes free with the army, but you still have to pay for the model. It's a bit annoying.
Don't even fucking start. I've got that dog shit realm shaper engine.
The pyramid.
Yeah.
You said that was amazing when you first bought it.
He did, because he was like, I could put my big dinosaur in here. Look how amazing
No, I was ooby-dooby-doo. Then I realised that the rules don't work for it. I feel I'm being ganged up on here.
I think you are.
Army of 1, I can take his. Why?
At least you got your painted boat. Oh wait.
Why ain't that? Huh? Oh, for fuck's sake, I broke 2 of them off. Oh, bloody hell.
What were they? Hatches?
Oh, no, bloody wings.
Ooh.
Awkward.
It is an interesting one because I'm very precious with about my models, but I know some people aren't. So when I've played against Tyrannid players who turn up with a plastic box and they just tip their 100 termagants into this box with their 3 colours on or whatever, and aren't really that bothered if they pull them out and they've got no arms and stuff, they'll just stick them on anyway, saying, "Oh, this is good enough." Whereas I'm like, if I was playing, I'd end up buying a KR multi-case that could hold 100 termagants or whatever, and end up sitting them all individually in their own little compartment. And it's kind of interesting.
See, now,
well, where's my other wing?
I'm a bit of both, to be honest. Sort of until it's painted, I'm not really fussed. But as soon as it's painted, I'm careful with it.
The amount of time you put into it, I suppose, it's the kind of, you've built it, it's fine, you can just rebuild it, worst case. But when you spend time painting it, you're like, well, if I chip it now, I'll be a bit annoyed because I've actually put effort into painting that.
Exactly. This is it. And it takes so much effort for me to paint stuff that I just take the effort to look after it.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of the reason why I kind of swerve away from horde armies is that assembling the stuff's fine, but it's just painting it and then having to store it, or it's just a bit of a ball ache. I'd rather just have an elite army, but not all elite armies are very good.
It's true. Very true. Very, very true. It's like the Marauders for Chaos. I think even after they're painted, I won't be arsed with looking after them because I hate the models.
They are horrible models.
They are.
It is sad.
If they weren't quite so good, I wouldn't use them.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. I'd quite like a Slaves to Darkness army, and the new Chaos Warriors and the Chaos Knights are amazing.
Yep.
But in order to have an army of them, you need a bunch of Marauders, and I just don't like the Marauder models. And then I'd look third party or something, but you can never use them in a 40k store, in a Games Workshop store, and most independents these days get a bit funny about you bring in third party models to a Age of Sigmar tournament. So then fair enough, if you're just playing amongst friends, it's not so much of an issue. But if you want to use them anywhere else, then you'd have to buy the proper models anyway.
True. And Jack, yes, I've seen your comment, mate. I completely agree. Those carry cases that Duncan made is perfect. The only thing is, I think he's a little bit late to the party because I've got one. Dippers has got one. Dippers has made 2 for Luke, and these were like a couple of years ago. So I think he's kind of just trying to make it a little bit more well known of what you can do with it. But yeah, it's a fantastic idea. I've got
metal sheets in a Tupperware box.
Metal sheets in a Tupperware box. Yeah. I've got one of them very useful boxes. Them really sturdy, thick plastic boxes that I've stuck some metal sheeting down on it, and it works perfectly. Um,
think
all
it's
of
kind
my-
of a funny one that if you're in a group or if you've ever joined a Kings of War group, then you'll know what they are and that they exist. And yet, it doesn't seem like anyone else in wargaming has kind of used them up until this point. But Kings of War, they were everywhere for a while. Everyone uses them because we've got multi bases and you've got massive, big square bases. You stick a bit of metal on the bottom of them,
yeah.
and then it's just an easy way of doing it.
Yes. Yo, Luke,
Found it.
found what?
The
His
other bit of wing that broke off.
Oh, gotcha.
It gone under my desk over there.
You must have come flying.
Wow. Wow. Funny.
These wings were made to fly.
Funny story about Aethergold. Fucking grr.
No,
And
that's
not the realm of
realm of
beasts.
life.
Realm of
Realm of
beasts.
beasts.
Realm of beasts is grr.
Shamon.
So I'm fucking livid, but I'm all right.
I'm
gonna hold it
and live
together.
with yourself.
Well, yeah. I'm all right. I'm normally quite chilled, like when Rich comes around mine and breaks my brand new models on the
I
day
knew
I
you were going
made
to
them.
mention that.
The day I built it, Dave, broke it.
I had heard of this story, yes.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. I
Oh,
have to stick the spikes back on, and you didn't care.
externally I didn't. Inside I died. A little bit of me died.
Don't worry about it. You'll get used to it now. You broke your wing off.
Both of them are coming back on. I broke 2 wings off and bent
One
the
of them going to be
propeller.
stuck on with like pop.
I've got a super.
It's going to be stuck on with like lollipop sticks and a stapler.
I'm holding it
You know,
together
you've got your
quite-
guy hanging off the. You know, you've got the guy hanging off the side of your ironclad, painting the rust.
Yeah.
Are you gonna have a guy on the hanging off that one with a box of nails, hammering the wing back on?
No, the tub of super glue. Oh. Anyway,
Sorry, Luke.
it's all right.
Sorry,
It's
not
not-
sorry.
It's not like I was quite proud of this model.
Why?
What do you mean, why? Cheeky bastard.
Brutal, yeah.
So,
What?
nothing.
It's all right, Luke. Don't worry.
Taking all the mojo out of him, look. Taking all the wind out of his Aethergold sails.
You've got to call that one the Hindenburg.
So before that, I was just trying to show off that I've done cotton wool for the base to look like clouds.
That was a good idea as well. It was good. Although, how are you going to do the normal engineers and stuff?
They've just got normal base and stuff because they're on the ground. The ground troops are not in the air.
Yeah.
So I've done a few test models. I painted a 5 Thunderers, Endrin Master with Aether Hammer, and that boat with 1 careful owner. I can't believe I fucking dropped it. I really can't believe I dropped it. I mean, I can believe I dropped it.
Stop making me laugh. I'm trying to glue stuff together.
I was just gluing stuff together.
Glue stuff back together.
It all still counts as one.
It still counts as one. I sent Luke that meme when he was showing me his ironclad and we were about how many models we got left to paint, and he's like, still counts as one, despite the fact that it's carrying like a whole 5-dude squad on it.
I know. That's going to be my challenge for the painting, I think.
I think your challenge would be keeping hold of it.
The other day when I was thinking about what was I saying? Yeah, I was talking about aprons. Say it's hobby aprons, I think. I was like, I honestly thought, maybe if I could get some kind of thing that I could connect an apron under my table for when I drop shit. Like a bib. Basically, I want a bib that can catch. Let's call a spade here. I want a fucking bib so I don't drop shit everywhere. Because I don't want that happening again.
What was your main criticism about the GW paint handles, Luke?
What?
What was your main criticism about the GW paint handles?
My hands are too big for them.
Makes sense.
Basically,
They've made little spindly ones now, haven't they? Smaller, different ones.
I need something a bit chunkier to get my hand around.
Something with a bit of girth.
Always about the girth. Girth is the most important measurement with anything.
Seems fair enough.
With Luke saying that, all I can think of is that South Park episode with Randy.
Which one?
The maths around working out the modified length.
Yes. Have you seen it?
Girth times angle of the
angle of the tip, is it?
Yeah.
Well, actually, the size of the penis only means with it's actually girth times length of the. Oh, what's it? Is it angle of trajectory? Oh, I can't remember.
Hold on.
Rich is just looking up the most accurate.
I'm just going to Google it. South Park.
The most accurate way for Rich to measure his penis.
I'll just go with handspans, mate.
Yeah, I suppose less than one is one if you round it up.
when you got 14-inch hands, yeah, less than one's enough.
I'll take shit that never happened for 500.
Right, Randy said his TMI was. Okay, no, there's an actual Urban Dictionary page about it.
Come on, Rich.
It's a proper formula. From the South Park episode TMI, according to Randy Marsh, you can calculate your adjusted penis size or TMI with the following formula: length times diameter plus weight over girth divided by angle of the tip squared. That's a real time investment there to work that out.
I think I stopped watching South Park. What, series 9, maybe.
Did that episode offend you, Dave?
No, it was mainly because I used to watch it. I used to watch it at uni with a mate, and we didn't stay in touch after, and it was kind of I never really kept up with it after that.
Tried to measure each other's.
Well, what? No, because that was.
Oh, you're doing.
No, that was a recent series you come out on you. What series was that?
Dave, did you do engineering?
No.
Right. Why do you think you did engineering?
Maybe I'm an engineer now.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was saying this to Rich the other day. I said, I don't really know what anyone does. Remember when you used to think I was a doorman?
Yeah, I don't know why I thought that. I think you used to talk about restraint techniques, and that was about all you talked about. So I just figured you were a security or a doorman.
Yeah, that's just his kink, Dave. Don't shame him.
Don't kink shame me.
All doormen use ball gags.
Yeah. It's got to go to the right clubs, Dave. I could lend you one careful owner.
It's been dropped. Don't ever buy a car or a boat.
I'm thinking about when they start talking about bringing out the gimp, and Rich comes out in his gimp outfit.
Why am I getting this?
Come on, Rich. Let's be fair. You'd be the first to admit you'd be the gimp.
I would not be the gimp. Dippers is the gimp, and he's clearly got the outfit already for it.
I Oh, we can't involve people that aren't here. That's not fair.
Okay,
So-
Dave, then it's you.
We've already established who the GIMP is.
Yeah, Rich, you know.
Nah, in that situation, I'm Bruce Willis, Luke is Marcellus Wallace, and you're the GIMP.
Why am I Marcellus Wallace? I'm getting
I was just
raped.
thinking of another important character that was there. The only other person is Zed, who keeps the GIMP. Do you want to be Zed?
No.
There you go. This has just gone far too off copper.
Strangely dark, very quickly.
We have completely lost the topic.
So we were having a conversation before. Before the
Just keep
stream.
it on topic. Amy wants to watch Kill Bill.
Volume 1 or Volume 2 or both?
Well, you've got to start off with Volume 1.
Has she not seen it before?
She hasn't seen it before. Plus, she was laughing at me doing my physiotherapy on my foot, and she's like, "Wiggle your big toe." I'm like, "Yeah, sure." You don't get the reference.
Wiggle your toe.
I haven't
So,
seen
like,
it for a long time, to be fair.
I haven't seen it for ages. To be honest, it's not on Netflix or Amazon Prime, so I've got to dig the DVD out from upstairs.
I suppose I thought it'd be on one of them.
I had a look. I'd be happy if it was, because then I wouldn't have to go and dig
Yeah.
out my old DVDs.
Well, we've kind of getting rid of most of our DVDs now. We don't really keep stuff. Although to be fair, we don't really watch huge amounts now. It tends to be series and stuff, whatever you can find on Netflix, rather than anything particular.
It's a thing.
So I'm still a bit fucked off about this boat.
Yeah, couldn't tell.
Don't worry about it, mate. No one will tell that it's broke.
I know.
It's not like you did it on the internet or anything.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Right, we didn't ask.
I'm fine. Come on, man. I punched a hole in the wall. Fucking boats.
Should I go to the toilet and smash the place to pieces?
Just go in there and punch the mirror. Ah! Stupid, stupid, stupid. I just sat there Chinese burning myself and crying in the corner.
Now it got dark, though.
And that's Luke's kink. Hi, Dom. Weird time to turn up.
Weird time to turn up.
So, to give a bit of an update, Dom, I was showing off a model that I was quite proud of painting, a boat.
I threw it on the floor.
I threw it on the floor and broke it.
I threw it on the ground. No one else seen Lonely Island? Okay.
Nope, just you. What's Lonely
Yes.
Island about?
Lonely Island, the band with Andy Samberg in it.
I know Andy Samberg.
Yeah, his band is called Lonely Island. They're like fake MCs, and they just do a load of random diss songs that just
Oh.
take the piss out of things.
I know what this song is.
Exactly. You should watch it. It's really good.
I ain't got time. I'm a busy man.
All right, just get it on Spotify.
I'm too busy.
Okay.
I'm in a foul mood.
I know, I've noticed. Sorry if anyone came here for entertainment. Luke's in a grump.
Luke's in a grump because he broke a
He
model.
threw his toy on the floor. Oh dear.
What? Ugh. I'm not
You just
McGlure.
throw something else on the floor.
No, I didn't throw anything on the floor. Stupid model.
Oh,
Well, I've got another stormtrooper head to build behind me.
nice. So that
Do you
turned
know
up,
what?
was it?
What?
That turned up, did it?
To go along with, I got my bob. I'm not going to pick it up. I'll slide it.
Don't risk it.
Look.
Nice.
That was a birthday present. Came assembled. Then
You can't be trusted to assemble it yourself.
I can't be trusted to me, and I'm going to get this one built as well. It's a new Lego, a new Stormtrooper.
Nice.
Very good.
Makes me happy. That's all I got.
It's nice. It's good.
That's all I got in the world.
You got more than that in the world.
Fuck these boats.
Got a broken boat. But anyway. How long is it? It's lockdown been a week already.
It's what?
Yeah, for some reason, I thought it had been 2 weeks earlier on. I had a conversation with Gail, and she's like, no, it's only started last week.
I was going to say, it kind of feels like it should have been longer than a week.
Well,
It's a tricky one for me because I'm a key worker. I don't actually stay at home. I end up going to work. So I've just literally, a couple of days ago, I finished a 7-day shift.
So which is better, GW Angry Chimp Face Orc or the Pig Face Orc?
Huh?
I don't know the reference.
It's the Pig Face Orc from Star Wars.
Yeah, so the orcs from Star Wars that aren't orcs, I can't remember what they're called. The Gamorreans are they called? Are they Gamorreans?
Hmm?
Is that the ones in from Jabba's palace?
Yeah.
They're the Gamorreans, aren't they? Are they Gamorreans?
Not a clue. But I'm surprised we got a Star Wars reference before Luke did.
I'm in a...
I've got this dog out. He's pacing around like he needs to talk.
Don't tell us you're in a foul mood, Luke. We know.
I'll be fine. But I'm not happy.
Apparently they're called
no. Everyone's entertainment. I've nearly built a replacement boat.
Oh dear.
So I know what we could talk about, Rich. We played Guild Ball the other day.
Yes, we did.
Like that relic of a game.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get Luke to say it. I'm not going to say it. The Realm of Metal.
Say it, Luke.
How did you feel going back playing Guild Ball?
Extremely rusty.
But
It's
like,
not, as we said on the night, it's not a game that you can just pick up and put back down.
no, you got to
It's
keep
a game you have to pick up and carry it because
keep putting the reps
otherwise you are literally going to just diminish returns, and that's
So
what it felt.
So we're not going to give any spoilers around the game or anything because we're going to put them up on. We've got it recorded, so we've got prior to lockdown being announced, we went on a bit of a recording crazy thing. So we have 3 games of Super Fantasy Brawl recorded, and we also have a game of Guild Ball recorded as well. But I think we found with the Guild Ball element was that it wasn't so much who played better, it was who made the least mistakes, I think.
Yes.
And I think we both made mistakes, but some mistakes got not all mistakes are made equal is probably the fairest way of putting it.
Yeah.
So some mistakes got punished worse than others. But obviously without going into the game, because if we tell people what happened, the 2 people who watch the game might not want to watch it. But yeah, it was a thoroughly enjoyable game. We can say who it was. It was a minor guild off. It was Navigators versus the Ratcatchers.
Yep. Exactly.
But it was all right. It was all right.
Yeah. This is it.
Playing a lot of Super Fantasy Brawl. I think we're done with that for a little bit, aren't we?
We are done with that for a while.
We've had fun with it. It's a good game.
Yeah, I'm not saying we didn't enjoy it. I'm just saying we've enjoyed it now and we're going to move on.
Yeah, it's a good solid game.
It's a good song. If you've got like 10 minutes to burn.
It was bizarre that we managed to, in 3 hours, record 3 full games of Super Fantasy Brawl.
See, I think that's being slightly sort of disingenuous to ourselves, Luke, because effectively one game took us 10 minutes to play. And the other two probably cost us 15, 20 minutes. The rest of it was moving the cameras around and recording intros and outros.
And chatting in between games.
Chatting in between games.
So it was a very productive session.
It was.
But we got games recorded that we've never got that many games recorded in that period of time. So that was quite nice.
Yes.
But
as we said, so lockdown in the UK was announced to start on the Thursday last week. So effectively, I went around Luke's on Monday and Wednesday, and we recorded 4 games, which was good. So we had plenty of recording time.
But yeah, so I think we're done with it for a bit. Super Fantasy Brawl for a little bit. Yes. We'll give every champion a crack at the whip. Rich is on the Marius Steam Love Boat. Let's not mention boats.
Yeah.
Right. I've built a boat. Don't break, don't break, don't break.
Very nice. Very nice.
So, I now have my unpainted 2,000 points. Ready for my challenge.
Don't carry it out the door all in one go. You'll probably drop it.
No, because we're doing it here. But saying that, I only moved it from there to here and I threw a bit on the floor. And that's me relatively well rested.
Yes. Exactly.
But yeah. Oh, don't fucking do that, you twat.
All right.
Sorry, a bit moved. It nearly fell. So yeah, we're going to do the challenge for charity. We're hoping, probably mind, because mental health's quite important. I'm a huge not fan of mental health, advocate.
I'm a huge proponent of mental health. I think it's really good for everybody.
But yeah, we'll do something related to. I don't know what it looks like, but I think we're doing this challenge. There'll be some element of fundraising for charity, probably mind. I think. Rich, Dom's got a question for you. Will you be pre-ordering Blood Bowl 2020? Rich, you asked a question.
No, I will not be ordering Blood Bowl 2020.
Why will you not be pre-ordering Blood Bowl 2020, Rich?
I haven't got a spare 3 hours to sit and watch my opponent play a game.
We're not the biggest Blood Bowl fans. I feel that Blood Bowl shows its age. It's a very.
I'm just need to change the rules.
Right. No, they ain't, because all the Luddite Blood Bowl players are like, oh, that's not my game.
So just to lay it out there, I love American football. So ergo, I should enjoy Blood Bowl. I think it's just debilitating.
Good use of ergo.
You are?
Good use of ergo.
Yeah, exactly. So I should like Blood Bowl, but I just don't. I've had too many bad experiences of just bad mechanics.
Is he a Goblin star player?
Is it what?
Is he a Goblin star player, ergo?
Ergo? Well, it's Nobler Blackwart. I remember him. He's a dude with a chainsaw, isn't he?
What? Baragulcher is the Blackwart guy.
No, Nobler Blackwart is the dude with a chainsaw.
Blackwart.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think with it shows its age.
Yeah. So I would really like to like Blood Bowl. Like I would love to enjoy it, but I just can't. I've said before, you can spend sort of like 20, 40 minutes watching your opponent have their turn, have a bad roll some skulls, and then it's like, oh, cool, it's your go again.
Back to you.
So I guess I'll sit here for another 40 minutes. And then I don't like the cage play of you physically can't get the ball off this team. They're going to slowly like roll it up to the to your line, and I'm going to score in the last turn. And it's just doesn't sound like fun to me.
I had second edition Blood Bowl. And,
is that the polystyrene pitch one?
The polystyrene pitch one, yeah. Sold it.
See, I had third edition. I think I told my story ages ago about when I can't remember.
But I was going to say, creating the box or creating the cage was literally like the main tactic in 1988. When and just basically nothing has changed in the last 30
That's
years.
the year I was born.
So I got third edition, and it was, I think I was about 12, 13-ish, something like that. And I was quite a hyperactive child, and my parents.
Oh, I remember this story.
My parents tried to put me on lots of little groups and sessions and stuff to try and make me behave, and like to basically to knacker me out. So they sent me to scouts. They sent me on drum lessons and all different things like that to try and keep me all busy. So they wanted me to go. They wanted me to get into this Church of England school, the one up by me, that's quite good. So as part of that, I kind of had to join that church. Now I'm not from a particular. Don't. Oh,
Join.
Don't. Oh, Rich, no. You found another one.
Coin.
Every time I've got a story. So as part of this, I had to join this. Join this church. So I went to this, like, they used to send me on these little church escape things where they take a load of kids away to like the Malverns and that. And no, Rich, don't raise your eyebrows. Nothing like that happened. Like on little trips and stuff. And me and my mate, we decided to. I was like, we'll take Blood Bowl. And we're like, oh, they won't let us take that. It's too violent and that. And I remember we were trying to. Oh, what was it? The priest, the vicar, the dude in charge with the little dog collar thing. We had to try and con him. That it was like, well, no, it's just like a funny game. So we kind of, at the Death Zone expansion, we'd cherry picked a couple of cards, like the Magic event cards. Like one was like banana skin and that. We're like, no, it's a football game. And then we went, here, look, here's a card. Pretended to pull a random card off the top. But look, see, it's like a Magic banana skin. He was like, oh, well, as long as it's not a violent game, you're more than welcome to bring it. We're like, yeah. So then we went out and doing all this outdoor pursuits and that. And then we just came back and used to play Blood Bowl.
Nice.
And then they found out it was quite violent because we were shouting at each other quite loud in the dorm bit, and then we had it confiscated.
I can understand that.
Yeah, so that's my Blood Bowl story.
Yes. Good going. Join. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. But anyway, I pretty much assembled this Magmic Battle Forge.
Is that it?
It's like, dude, it's like 50 pieces. And I wasn't here at the start.
Oh yeah, you're having your beans on toast.
Yes. Exactly.
I ain't had dinner actually.
You are?
I ain't had dinner. No wonder I'm hungry.
See,
wow.
You slate me for forgetting.
Yeah, but me missing a meal ain't gonna. Like, John, only question: what's going on with Mustard's hair? Hi, Zoe.
I haven't put any gel in it today.
Well, Dave's a model, you see. He has to wear this on the catwalk. He's an out-of-work model.
Yeah, no, this is my hair without any gel in it. I also had it shaved on the sides, but I left the top long. But it means if I don't put any gel in it, it looks really messy.
Mm.
Yes.
So my choices were make an effort for this or be on time.
So you nearly finished. Dave, how close are you to finishing?
I've got 3 left. 3 Sequitos left. For some reason, they feel like they should be dead easy to build, and yet they always seem to take absolutely ages. I think it's because they still come in quite a lot of parts, and you still want to shave the little fuzzy bits that you leave on shave those off. I don't know, whatever you want to call them.
You just want to shave the little fuzzy bits off.
Little burrs.
Bits of flash. I've got something you can use, but it breaks your airbrush.
What? Clean?
Yeah,
Luke broke his airbrush by knocking off a little bit of burr.
Oh.
Yes. And Jan, you are right. It is all about cage and anti-cage cage, and I can't be done with that. It's a lot of effort. It is an awful lot of effort to try and learn how to anti-cage Blood Bowl when it takes long enough to play a game. But anyway, other than that, that's my part. So, on the flip side, they've released season 2 of Blitz Bowl.
There's a game.
So I don't know how much that has changed, but if I can get hold of a copy of that, I'd love it.
We need some USAers.
Well, they're doing a lot of this stuff. They're doing. It's almost like they're finally releasing it to the UK sort of thing. So they're doing. There's like an interesting Orc one with like the Space Marine or the Terminators.
That was in game, I think.
Yeah. That was quite good, and I quite like the look of the Catacombs one with the
new Warcry
guys.
Oh,
Stormcast versus Nighthaunt.
Oh, right. I haven't really paid
much attention. Kind of investigating. It's a procedurally generated dungeon crawler.
What bad song?
There's too many of them around at the minute.
Yeah. But at least that one ain't a generic one. It's just got the GWIP.
I mean, does it take 2 years to deliver something from GW?
Yes, but they just don't advertise it until it's very close to being finished. They've been working on it for at least 2 years. Although, to be fair, this stuff's just so they can recycle some of their old easy build guys. So all they're really doing is framing it as a board game and just sticking some,
Darkest Dungeon.
Darkest Dungeon.
Some random rules against it.
Darkest Dungeon looks like the good one of the two.
We'll find out soon. Dave's back both.
Back both, yeah. So yeah, you'll find out eventually.
Emphasis on eventually.
Well, neither of them have got a particularly good record of delivering on time. So
to be fair, Mythic weren't too. Super Fantasy Brawl weren't that bad.
Yeah, but
on delivery time.
A lot of the it's still late. It's still supposed to be delivered in March, and it came 6 months later.
But that's par for the course with Kickstarter, isn't it?
I was just going to say, I don't think I've ever received a Kickstarter when they told me it was going to arrive.
I've received one early, and quite a few on time, but mainly because the ones that I'm kind of backing on time are the ones where it's just STLs for 3D printing.
You can't count them, mate.
I don't count.
They haven't got any production or postage. They can pretty much make them as they make them up. As you know, as your stretch goals get unlocked, they've already designed that character sort of thing.
Dave, how much Darkest Dungeon did you go for, Dave?
I've only done base pledge at the minute. I'll debate on how much I get. I'm definitely probably going to get base pledge plus Colour of Madness because that adds. His eyes all in. I've definitely gone base pledge plus Colour of Madness because Colour of Madness gives a new game mode. So the game comes with, I think, the game has got PvP now, and then Colour of Magic adds a new mode to it, and then the others are just expanded locations for adventures. So I might end up picking those up if it goes to retail. I've heard suggestions it's not going to retail, in which case I might end up getting a bit more. But Mythic have their own website where they sell some of their Kickstarter stuff anyway. So. Depends on how much I want. Depends on when the pledge manager closes and how much I want to put towards it. Because that all in, it's like $330 plus postage, $330 plus postage. About $290.
Cool.
Bard Sum, it was just like, well, it's 75 quid plus, I don't know, 15 quid postage. So I'll pay 90 quid to see how good it is. It's a self-contained game, so why not?
I'm not going to pay money to help Steamforge succeed.
And that's the kind of thing. To be fair, at that point, it was already funded. So at that point, I'm just like, well, it's only 90 quid and half that postage.
What's 232 all in, Zai?
Darkest Dungeon.
Darkest Dungeon. It's $330. That in no exchange rate. Would that get down to 232? It'd be more like 270, 280, something like that. Cash pounds wise. I think. No. 252 apparently.
Fat fingers.
Well, I'm £76 in, so I'll see how much more I want to put into it. I got I backed Right Busters. I haven't played it yet, but that ended up. I think that's supposed to go to retail, but the only one that was Kickstarter exclusive I didn't get, and I kind of regretted it. So I might end up being. I'd rather buy it, and then if I decide I don't want it, try and sell it than not buy it and regret it when you can't get it. There's lots of things. There's a game called Hate that Simon did that was only ever going to be Kickstarter exclusive, and I almost backed that and then didn't, and I kind of regretted that as well because that looked really good. It's FOMO. That's the problem. That's what I always struggle with. So I should stay away from Kickstarter and just not go on it at all because you see stuff and you think, oh, I'm not sure if I've ever used that or not, but I might. The Hero Quest remake. It's funny because I played Hero Quest a lot when I was younger. I've kind of, I don't have as fond of memories as a lot of people seem to have of it. It's kind of a lot for me. It was a little bit too one-dimensional. But maybe if I played it again, I'd feel differently. Well, I've still got the original box somewhere at my old house, I think. We'll fish it out at some point, have a game.
I'm going to have to go in a second because I can hear movement up above me.
Well, I need to go and spray some stuff anyway, so if we're calling it, we can call it.
Is that all right with you, Rich? Dave?
Yeah, it's fine. I'm fine with that.
You disappoint our audience.
Just as the chat started really going.
We're all starting to have conversations about Kickstarters. Well, maybe next time we can all talk about Kickstarters again.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine with me.
Ah, Jan's got an original copy of Hero Quest.
Mm.
Why you back the new one then? You've got the original. You're all right. I don't think they're adding anything new.
So, thank you everyone for watching. Like, subscribe, and obey. No?
We'll probably see you at some point.
Luke's still so upset. You can tell in his voice.
He's been tilted ever since it happened, to be fair. He's not quite been the same usual animated self.
It is.
Cheers, Dave.
Right, yes. Thanks everyone for joining us. We'll speak to you all soon. Like, subscribe, and obey. Stay safe.
Catch you later.
We'll catch you
Bye.
next time.
Bye.